Welcome to the 99 Seconds Career Podcast. My name is Jürgen Schmid. I am career mentor and coach, consultant, teacher and speaker. Every other week, we'll bring up all kinds of career aspects in a way you have maybe never heard before. In 99 seconds or a bit more, welcome back to the show. I am glad you're here. Today, I want to talk about a topic many of us dislike, some of us deny, but none of us can fully avoid: office politics. Maybe you've seen a colleague get promoted even though they weren't the strongest performer. Or you've watched decisions being made in informal conversations after the meeting, not during it. Or you felt that invisible layer of dynamics: who talks to whom, who gets included, who gets left out. That invisible layer has a name: office politics. In this episode, I want to unpack what office politics actually are, without drama, without cynicism, and why they show up in almost every workplace, from tiny startups to big corporations. So, grab a coffee or take me with you on your commute. Let's get into the 99 seconds and demystify this together. When we hear office politics, we often think of gossip, backstabbing, and unfair promotions. But at its core, office politics are simply the activities and behaviors people use to gain or keep power, influence, or advantage at work. If we strip away the emotions, office politics include things like building alliances and networks to support your ideas or projects, positioning yourself so that decision makers see your work and know your name, understanding the unwritten rules: what is rewarded, what is frowned upon, how things really get done. Some of these behaviors can be positive. For example, using your influence to promote a good initiative, showcasing your team's achievements, or building bridges between departments are forms of positive politics that help both you and the organization. Others are clearly harmful: taking credit for someone else's work, spreading rumors, or deliberately withholding information to make others look bad. That's the toxic politics most of us want to avoid, and for good reason. So, when we say office politics, we are really talking about how power, influence, and relationships are used, for better or for worse, in day-to-day work life. Now, the big question: if everyone seems to complain about office politics, why do they still exist almost everywhere? First, they exist because people are human. We don't leave our egos, fears and ambitions at the door when we badge into the office or log on to the computer. Anywhere you have more than just a few humans together, you will have informal alliances, preferences and hidden conflicts, just like in school, at university or in your local sports club. Second, office politics exist because resources are limited. Promotions, pay rises, interesting projects, visibility, these things are not equally available to everyone. When there is a competition, people start to maneuver. They try to influence decisions, protect their own position, or secure opportunities for themselves or their team. Third, formal rules never tell the whole story. Every organization has politics and structures on paper: org charts, role descriptions, processes. But beneath that, there is an informal system: who the COO trusts, which department really has the ear of top management, which unwritten rules decide who gets ahead. Office politics grow in that gap between the formal system and the informal reality. And finally, politics exist because power is not neutral. Some people use their influence to help the organization and others, mentoring, sponsoring talents, getting blockers out of the way. Others use it mainly for themselves, to gain status, protect their image, or push rivals aside. As long as power and status matter, politics will be part of the game. You might be thinking, I hate this stuff. Can't I just focus on doing a good job? The uncomfortable truth is, trying to opt out completely from office politics is itself a political choice, and often a risky one. Research and career advice consistently show that performance alone is rarely enough for progression. People who understand the political landscape, who holds influence, how decisions are made, what is valued, are better positioned to get their work recognized and avoid being sidelined. On the flip side, when politics turn toxic, they can damage engagement, trust, and even mental health. Studies show that when employees perceive their organization as highly political, their motivation and engagement tend to drop. Talented people often leave environments where manipulation and unfairness overshadow real contribution. So, office politics matter because they affect who gets access to opportunities, how fair or unfair the workplace feels, and how much energy you have left after a day of real work plus navigating the system. Here's a perspective I want to offer in this episode. Instead of asking, how do I avoid office politics? A more useful question is, how do I navigate office politics without losing my integrity? There's a big difference between playing dirty games and being politically savvy, aware of the dynamics, intentional about your relationships, clear about your values. Being politically savvy means you pay attention to who has influence over your career and you build legitimate, respectful relationships with them. You understand the culture and the unwritten rules, and you decide consciously which ones you follow and where you draw the line. You use your voice and your network to support good decisions and to protect yourself and others from unfair treatment. In other words, you step into the game, but you play it in your way. In this episode, we've only opened the door to this topic. We've looked at what office politics are and why they show up everywhere people, power, and limited resources meet. As you are now better understanding the game, it doesn't mean you have to become a player in the worst sense of the word. It means you finally see the board you've been standing on all along. If you've got a story about office politics, good or bad, keep it in mind, because for our next episode, I want to invite you to reinterpret some of those experiences through a new lens. We will then talk about how to map the political landscape in your organization, who really decides what, how to protect yourself from toxic politics without becoming cynical, and how to use good politics to get your work seen, build allies, and still sleep well at night. And before we wrap up, in your current workplace, would you say politics are more of a minor background noise or a major source of frustration? Any thoughts on this? Maybe you want to share your career stories and challenges with me. Good idea. Let us continue that conversation. If you like my approach towards career and professional development and want to get some more personalized guidance, please reach out. I am here to help. And please, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share this episode with someone who could use a little extra career inspiration. Hope you've enjoyed listening, and you will come back again in 2 weeks. We'll then follow up on office politics in a more practical way. Curious? Be sure to tune in for our next episode. But for now, thank you for listening and thinking along. I wish you success for the path you are following or creating. My name is Jürgen Schmid, and until next time, be the difference, remain curious, and shine.